Howdy there. You're probably visiting this link because you are part of the building on IR. And again, just as a notice, this video is probably set to private. It should be anyway. So if you have access to it, nobody else can see it if you give them the link unless the profile is activated. This is just so that people who, when they join the server, it's not so public information, so not everybody sees what we've been doing, so that they still have some sort of excitement and new and on and all that stuff. So that's why I don't want to give away too much stuff. But the point of this video is to try to give you an idea of what still needs to be done. Instead of just having signs everywhere and make it confusing and all that stuff, I'm just going to do a video so it's easily more visually accessible, I guess is a word for it, so you can actually see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it, instead of just reading signs everywhere. Okay, so we're at the bottom floor here. This is where we'll start. Yeah, you just come down the middle, and you come downstairs. This is this part right here, these are not to be connected. If you just ask for the link, there's an Imager link. I should be able to edit the description. You'll see that these are not connected. We're following Star Wars Over Republic. This is what this actually looks like. We base that off of. So this cannot be connected. The way you get into the middle part is through the stairs. So that way I can actually use these spots to put like little machines or some dispensers or something here. So that's why this needs to be, these can't be like this. This might already be fixed by the time you see this, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. And then they come down in here, so what they do is they walk down in here, and then there needs to be a way to go from here to up there. I don't know if it needs to be like an elevator cart or something, but there no ladders. Ladders are tacky, so there needs to be a way to come up here. And then this is where they would go to the ladders. Like this is where they would go, okay, now I need to go up a level. Or maybe maybe this part right here could start down below instead of down here or something. I don't know. There needs to be a reason for this level, I guess. You can kind of think of ideas, but because if this is here, there's no purpose for the stairs. Like there's no purpose. So that's why I didn't really want this here. But anyway, so you come up here, and this is the form of transportation that people are going to use to go from elevator to floor to floor. I really like this a lot because it's just simple, and yeah, I just like that a lot. So that's just what we're going to end up using for the traveling from level to level. I'll come back down. And then you can also see up here, there's nothing on the walls up here. It's pretty bland. If you go upstairs, you actually see that there's things put on the walls, and you see the part right there. I don't know about having wool and beehive things up there, but there needs to be something down on these walls to kind of give it some sort of cosmetic look to them. Then these right here, these monitors, you need to say north, east, south, or west, depending on what direction you're facing. Like if you look at the mini map, this should be east, and over here should be north, and you kind of get the idea if you look at your mini map. The mini map should be north, east, south, west. And then I don't know if I like these right here. I don't know, so you can try it with different things and see what you can find. I don't know if I like that. I just don't think it fits well. It just looks kind of, maybe if they were a full block, but since they're not a full block, it just looks weird to me, I guess. But then this area kind of looks fine, I guess. Looks good. All these monitors though need to display for sale, because since these plots people will be able to purchase these plots and then use these monitors for advertising their shops and say like who they are, what they're selling. Just try to get people to come to their shops is what these monitors are for. So there's those computers need to be accessible to those people so they can actually use them. So I don't know if you can just put them down here or something, but there needs to be a way so that people can access those computers after the buy now setup. And if you notice, they're all facing clockwise. So if you walked around the space station or the station clockwise, they would be facing you, and that's how it's decided. As far as anything else to be in this level, I don't know. I don't think there needs to be anything else. The coil looks fine. I don't know if we need to add anything up here, like up on this, because this is they do the railway right here. Maybe there needs to be like a small ladder, not a ladder, but these rails. I don't know if we should add these or not. The posts. Let me mess around with this real quick and see if I like it. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe we can do something like that so it just kind of fits the rest of the thing, so it's not just so. Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe something like that. Currently in its current state though, if you write this, it may act weird where you kind of jerk around and stuff and it stops moving. What I can tell, it might be the newest Forge or IC2 or something that changed with the update that causes packets or updates to happen much slower. So I think that's supposed to help people with slower internets, but it doesn't. It just makes everything all wonky. I don't know what's changed. Something's changed with updates for updating. So if you notice that, that's what it is. But I think this floor is pretty much done. If you think of anything else you can do for like cosmetics or aesthetics, there we go. You can go ahead and do that. Like right here, what's the purpose of this? You know, what is this room for? There's nothing for this purpose for this room. Maybe, you know, that's how you go upstairs. Let me see. Yeah, see, like this could be done inside there. So you go inside there to go up, not like this. Maybe this could be removed. And how you go upstairs is you go inside here. So there's actually a purpose to this room right here, and you just go up. And it's like an elevator room, I guess you could say. So you can actually transport to around this area right here. I don't know. Think of something. You get the idea though. But I think this floor is pretty much close to being done. Let's go to the next floor up, and we'll cover everything I could think of there. Down in here again, this is to be play arrange shop, so I don't care if this is like this. This can be this way. That's fine. But up here, we'll come up here. And you'll see. I think this is kind of close to what it should look like. How far it should stick out down below. But anyway, this floor right here is supposed to be like the spawn shop area. Like each of these area rooms in here is supposed to either allow you to. I don't know if I like this part right here, or even inside here. I don't know if I like inside here or not. You can play around with it and see what looks good. But inside here is meant to be each one of these little areas is meant to be like a shop area. So say, okay, I have stacks of this item and I need coins. Coins will not be craftable, but you can exchange them for your resources for them. So you can actually use those resources to pay for your towns. So say I come in here and there should be plenty of room for shops and admin shops and stuff like that. So people come in here and exchange their stuff in here for everything that they need, and then that's what these were for. These will be for. And you come over here. There's another one over here. There's one at each point, at each corner. So you see one over there too. That's what these are for. And then see this one right in here is empty. It needs to be filled in and done and finished up. So yeah, that's what that's supposed to be for. And then, you see it looks pretty good up here cosmetically. Let's come out here. See the monitors? This is also, I want these for advertising. So if somebody wants to advertise their town, they can use these monitors along these ways. So we can think of other ways to try to populate monitors places. But like these, people can buy those too. There needs to be a way for people to buy this stuff, so they can actually have access to the monitors. I don't know exactly how to do that, but that's the idea. Now coming around here, this is pretty bare and scarce. There's nothing really here. There's no purpose to this yet. And I didn't know if we could have it so that's an alternative entrance. Like you can come in from this way to go into the shop. Oh, no, you can't do that. Maybe you could. Maybe you could. So there's an alternate way to get inside here. Oh, what the heck? I don't know what that's all about. But you get the idea. Like there's an alternate path to come into the shop areas. Is from the other side as well, without lava being in here. I don't know why that's in there. I didn't do that, so I have no idea. But you get the idea. Like there's some sort of point. So if you're out here, you can come inside, or it can just stay the way it is. I haven't decided, but there needs to be purpose to some things around here, though. Yeah, it looks pretty good out there. I don't know if there needs to be anything outside there either, but okay, let's go to the next part. There needs to be somewhere in the station two things. One, how are people going to have water? Where's the water coming from? Where I was thinking water could flow from the up here. This is before we remove the outer wall, so this is different than what I originally imagined. If I can get up there. There we go. There was going to be water. Like, there used to be, like I said, a huge sphere around this. So that's why it was different. But the idea was that water was going to flow along this. But of course now it would need to be covered up with like glass or something. And then, like, I don't know, there needs to be some sort of means of, like, where is the water going? You know, think about something like that. I haven't really figured that part out yet. I've been playing around with it. I didn't know if maybe it could be water up here, and then the water kind of drains down and maybe in, like, a pipe or something. Like, what do you call them, the thermal expansion ones. And they just kind of run down the sides of the walls or something so people can see them. And that's where, you know, maybe that's what could be over here. Maybe that's what can flow through here as those. Let me rip these out and see if I like it at all. Where are they at? Again, this video is going to be kind of it's not going to be very structured. It's going to be kind of random, but it should cover everything that you need to know for stuff. Just emails. Let me turn on the other one. There we go. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. I don't understand why somebody did this. Alright, hold on. Let me... This is annoying. Why did somebody do this? Why did somebody put another portal there? It's rather annoying. There we go. I want plus plus. Okay, let's come over here. Let's go to 0, 0. If you spawn out here, this is where you gotta go. You go to 0, 0. I'll cover this. I'll come back out to this once I finish with what I was started already. Like, this needs a big fix. Like, they don't need to spawn on top of this, but I haven't figured that part's not done yet. But anyway, now that I'm out here, I need to test this to see if I like this. They're down here. Liquid ducks, is that what they're called? Liquid duck. There we go. I don't know if we can have water flowing through those, or I don't know, but you kind of get the idea of like what I'm looking for here. I don't know if that's what we should do or not, but there needs to be a way of like making what makes sense, like where the water is flowing through the station. You know, where are people getting their water, stuff like that. So I don't know if the water should flow up here and then kind of look like it flows into a system, like where the water is coming from. I don't know if that should even be that like that. I don't know yet, or if the water should just magically come out of nowhere and you just see pipings around the station with water in them, or what. But you kind of get the idea of what I'm looking for. I don't. That's where I'm kind of stuck here. All right, so now as you see here, this is going to be a docking area. If you look at the album, you'll see kind of what the station looks like from the outside. What was the original idea was going to be. This is where people are going to go for transporting to the main world. This is how they go to the main world. Say they come. This is also where they're going to spawn. When you first spawn on the server, you're going to spawn into one of these docking areas out here. Each outside, like this is going to be a docking area. This is definitely not finished. That was done like a long time ago, but it needs to look like a functioning docking, like Mass Effect, like docking area. And there needs to be one on each end, northeast, southwest, sticking out. I don't know if we could do one like sticking out of here too. That would look really good. I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be nice if we can have one from northeast, southwest, and then each corner as well, like northeast, south, southeast, stuff like that. You get the idea, though. I don't know if we can do that or not, but that's kind of the desire, I guess. And what each of these will be there'll be spaceships sticking out here, connected to the docking stations once the docking areas are done, and then those are going to be what people use to transport to the main world, to the event worlds. There's going to be different worlds we're going to have set up across the world, across everything, and that's how you transport yourself to them. So it kind of gives some more RP feel in roleplay. So say we want the Wither to have its own specific world, so you don't you don't go to the Withers and kill everything, but you want the resources. Okay, so you would come here and you come to one of these things, and it would take you to this this is like different world that you would go to, or like the Nether. Maybe the Nether can be accessed through one of these stations, and so you would have to take a spaceship to go to there, but it would be instant. But it would just kind of partially roleplay. You get the idea, though. But that's what these are for. From each northeast, southwest, sticking out of the station. So that's what that's supposed to be. Damn it. Damn nether portals. The outside looks decent. I don't know what else could be done, but you get the idea. But this definitely needs to look really cool, because this is where people are going to first see. Like, when you spawn, you should spawn out here, and you'll get into a spaceship, and that's going to be like the welcome spaceship, where you read the rules, you get all the information. You won't be able to build it. There's going to be, hopefully there's going to be no whitelist, so there's not, you just kind of spawn in there, and then you have to, like, get promoted to a different permissions node after you read the rules, and after you've gone through the whole system, and then you come out of the space, and then you can actually get out of the ship and enter the space station. You'll see it from the outside. This is the current control room that's currently set up, but I don't think I like it right here. It doesn't make sense for it to be sticking on the outside of it. Like, it's very exposed. Like I said, this still makes sense. So I think this should be another docking area right here. This needs to be changed out and ripped out. This could be copied. Like, it looks good. I like how it looks. Maybe that could be copied to come up here. Now, this is where the control room is actually going to be. I've decided. This is actually in the process of being expanded up. As you see, it's starting to get expanded up. But this is the top of this part right here. The glowstone blocks are going to be on. It's supposed to become all the way up here. Like this is how high it needs to be expanded up. And then like the top of this can look the same on the top of it, up here. So say you just move this one, 10 blocks up. You would need to move this part right here too, 10 blocks up. Like so, it looks the same when you look at it from the top. It's just this part right here will be much thicker, so it doesn't look like a little. It doesn't look very puny for it. And then inside here is going to be the control room. You can take out all the plants and stuff. And this is going to be the control room inside here. And yeah, I don't really like that glass. It just looks funky. You're right. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe reinforced glass or stained glass, I guess, then. But yeah, the inside here is going to be the control room, and that's going to be turned into a docking station. You can kind of see how I tried to do the water, but it doesn't make sense if the water is going to be touching space, so they have to have a cover on it. Why is the water up here? Maybe it could be, I haven't figured that part out yet, but there needs to be a point of why the water is up there. Maybe there's like a distillery, it's cleaning the water or something, and that's where the fresh water goes, is up in here, and you can just maybe like put in something up here to make it look like that. I don't know. You get the idea though what that's supposed to look like. This area right here, these are the shop areas, where people exchange stuff in. But you look how boring it looks. Like it looks very, very boring and just out from the outside. So maybe we can have railings or some sort of supports, like big chains or something connecting from here, connecting to this or something. Or something can be just done with the outside of this to make it look better from the out, like make it look better. Like it looks very, very boring. Like if you look at most of this stuff, it looks pretty neat. You got this, you got that, and then this is gonna look pretty good once it's done. And then you have this. Maybe we can use red lights or something, just something to make these parts on each end look better. You get the idea. You should get the idea though. I think that pretty much covers everything that I can think of, and like I said, this needs to look pretty good. It's getting there, the centerpiece, but like I said, the core thing is making sure the outside of the station looks pretty good, so when people see it from the outside, that's the first impression, and that's pretty important. So like I said, again, there needs to be a docking station at each north, east, southwest end they walk out of on the second floor. Like I said, and then the third floor is going to be for the state control room. Maybe we might have that's where the donor shops are going to be or something. If you want to get like a chunk loader or something, you can come up here and buy one. Maybe way up at the top. I don't know yet, but you kind of get the idea of what the goal is here. Then that's kind of it for this station. There isn't much more to do, but you get the idea. Like the shops need to be put in for all the different for the admin shops and stuff like that. Make sure you fix stuff when you do this. There we go. But you kind of get the idea. Like there needs to be a way to come out here. Like that, it needs to be a docking station. These need to be kind of spiffed up around them, so this area doesn't look just a bunch of reinforced stone. Things need to look better. You get the idea though. Let's go back to the overwall, and you kind of get we'll go over that too. Like this book won't be here. Like they'll have to go to the station, to the docking area to go back to the main world. Alright, so let's go here. And now this is going to be the mine. Let's come outside. You gotta see it from the outside. This is going to be the minecart system. These are the kind of building things in module pieces. Because this world that we're currently in, look how it looks like shit. We were playing around with the golems and seeing them, and so it looks like poop. So we're going to regen this world once we're ready. And I'm going to try to use MC Edit or something to save these pieces that are built in here. And I'm going to copy them across the rest of the world. So every 500 blocks is going to be a station or something. 500 or 1,000 blocks is going to be a station. So people can use that to transverse across the world because there's going to be no teleporters. So you kind of get the idea. What it needs to be, though, is it needs to be very accessible. It needs to be very easy. Say I come in here and you see there's an opening down in here. This area can definitely be fixed up some more to make it look pretty nice. But this is definitely not going to be shop areas or anything like that. It's going to be your basic, hey, this was like, imagine like this big sphere was kind of dropped down from the sky, and this is what we built, I guess, to transport across the world. It was quickly put down. I don't know. You kind of get the idea though, because this is supposed to be a new world that we just came to because we're old world. Technically, the map we were using for 125 has been destroyed, and we came here for safety. Again, roleplay. I kind of like that. But down here is supposed to be kind of where this could definitely be spiffed up some more, but you would then be able to just come up here and decide, okay, where do I want to where do I want to go? Maybe you can't even come up here. Maybe these are gone. Maybe we can use the teleporting, the track. I don't remember what it's called, or something. And so you come down here and there's like a wall of signs or different areas. So you come over here and go, oh, I want to go north, or hey, I want to go east, or hey, I want to go west. Like you can kind of decide, and then you click the button and it puts you on the cart and go. Like it needs to be as easy as possible, but also set up so that things can't get messed up, cards can't get overloaded. Like everything's clean and just works well. Like this isn't bad. This definitely isn't bad, but I think it definitely can be better. You know, fix up some. Like it detects if there's cards on it, people in it. If there's no people in it, then it destroys it. We definitely don't want very fast, like super fast rails, like too fast. I don't know if this is too fast or not, but the chunks need to be able to load with you. If the chunks have problems loading while you're moving, then it might be going too fast. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going too fast or not. But you get the kind of the idea, though, like what we need to do. See, here's that 500. And the idea is that like maybe billboards or something can be on the side of the stations, of course, the side of the railways, so people can see them. So hey, maybe I want to go join that person's town, and people can build their towns off to the side of these things, and use that to recruit people. Because when people are conversing back and forth, they'll see them, and that's kind of what the idea of the server was going to be. So. Hopefully that covers about everything. So the things that need to be finished are kind of the things I covered in the spawn station. Spawn's getting pretty close to being done. A lot of details though that need to be finished. And then this track needs to be finalized. Like these pieces and like how the system is going to work for minecarts and stuff like that needs to be finalized. And then once those two things are done and the back end done, like logging and permissions and stuff like that, we'll be ready to go. So, but that's something that you guys can't do. That's for the staff to do. But hopefully we can get something finalized and get it open pretty soon. But again, it's still work. It's gonna take work to get this stuff finished. But you get the idea. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, definitely ask. I'm always in TeamSpeak. You should be able to poke me or send a message. But I'm always around. So if you have any questions, just ask. But hopefully that will help you settle you for a while.